Have you ever wondered, who am I and what is my purpose? When you were born, you are this consciousness, right? You look everything like magical because you didn't have a language and you didn't understand what was going on. So you were on this blissful state. Everything was, when you see the baby, it's always blissful. And then your mom or your family came over and start teaching you a language. By teaching you a language, I'm sorry, I'm doing cardio. Sorry for my deep breathing. By teaching you a language, you start thinking, creating thinking through this language. And through this language, everything, the magical, stop because they start naming everything like the light. It was magical, but it's no longer magical because now it's just light. The TV, it was magical, but it's no longer magical because they put a language. It was more excited before you knew what it really was. And this is called consciousness. Then you become this language and you start thinking and you start identifying yourself with this personality and this body, and you put the consciousness away, right? This awareness away, who you really are. You are this awareness. You are consciousness, which is come through God, is God. And what happened is you start identifying yourself with this thinking and you start acting, feeling emotional, and then act. Thinking come, you feel emotional, and then you act. I'm gonna put an example. God is an experience. You cannot describe God because it's unconceptualized. God is an experience. If I were to ask you, look in the map and check where is New York. It's not the same as being in New York and experience New York. It's like going on a restaurant. You look at the menu, you see the food, and then you experience the food. And consciousness, awareness, is an experience. God is an experience. You cannot describe God. And this is who you really are. Consciousness, awareness, is something that it doesn't change, which is your true nature. True nature doesn't change. Look at yourself in the mirror when you were 5, and now that, in my case, that I'm 50. It's the same. Doesn't change. When you ask another person, how is it's the feeling to be 85, they will tell you, I feel a young person trapped in an old body, because consciousness and awareness doesn't age, it's infinite. So this is who you really are. You're not here to identify yourself with this body or this thinking. You are not your body, you're not your thinking, you're not your personality, you are consciousness, you are God. How I call thinking? I call thinking the devil. Why? Because I will ask you something. Let's say you have living this challenge. If you are not thinking, do you have a challenge? No. If you are not thinking, you don't have a challenge, you don't have no problem. All the problems are being created through this thinking, because thinking is energy. And when you are thinking, you create this energy through your body that feel emotional and then react. Let's see, you have an argument with your boyfriend or husband, and then your thinking start like, are you gonna let that go? He offends you, and you start taking it personal. And then the thinking start creating this emotion deep inside you, and then you react, and you spit out poison. Poison that come out and never come back. And it's you identifying yourself through this thinking and getting emotional and making a mistake, because that's something you never can repair. How consciousness doesn't have, but consciousness is there. How consciousness coming to life. When the thinking come, and consciousness is like, does that make any sense? Is that, if you're gonna spit out this, it's gonna solve any problem, it's gonna create more problem, or it's going to solve this problem, or this argument. That's how consciousness works. And then you don't get emotional, and then you don't react. And that's called a spiritual awakening. When you are aware of the things you are about to say, or the emotion you're about to feel, knowing that every thinking is not real, and thinking is not you. Who do you think you are? You are not. If I were to ask you, tell me who you are without thinking in the past. You're still here, correct? That's who you really are. You are consciousness. You are God. God is one. We are all connected. It's God living this life experience through us. So anybody offend you, nobody can offend God. It's up to you to feel offended, right? Consciousness, awareness doesn't get sick. Mostly you get sick through your thinking. If you were able to control your thinking, you can stop the suffering. We are here to experience this life in peace, love, connection. When you don't identify yourself with your thinking, your life and perspective is going to completely change. You are this consciousness. And consciousness is God, is love, is compassion, is awareness. So stop identifying yourself with this thinking. So next time somebody asks you, who are you? Me, I'm consciousness, I'm this awareness. What's your purpose on life? Just being, because I am a human being. I'm not here to do, I'm not a human doing. I'm human being. I'm just here to just being and live this amazing life experience. And challenges are gonna come. Don't take me wrong. Challenges are gonna come, but only with the purpose to teach you a lesson. Now that I'm 50 years old, I notice when I look back that every challenge in my life were here to teach me a lesson. And I'm very, very, very grateful for every challenge in my life. So don't think, because challenge came, they're here to break you. No, they're here to make you. Those challenges are a blessing, because when you look back, you are going to learn how to be grateful about those experiences. So live your life, recognize your bad thinking, the devil, when it comes through your thinking, stop it, find the logical purpose on that thinking. If you should react, or you just should keep moving forward. And wait for the right moment to make things up with your relationship. If it's upset, don't feed into that. Step back, look at the big picture, and then when it's the right time, you speak about it. So don't take anything personal, because nobody can offend God. Nobody can hurt God. You are God. Don't identify yourself with your thinking anymore, and recognize that your true nature is this awareness and this consciousness. And live 2025 with this peaceful state, full of love, no judgment, no expectation, no attachment, no disappointment. God bless you.